Inside Racing is brought to you by Dunlop. Zandvoort, Northern Holland, and a day for some serious drifting and herring through the sand dunes. A day that's all about the best of the best. A day at the limit. The grand final of the Dutch Dunlopdriverscup. 20 lads and 2 young women are here today to give it their all once again, having already come through the qualifying stage in June. It's Holland's search for a star driver.
It's definitely a good way to find people, and we shouldn't forget how many people signed up in the first place and how many people in the end are there. I mean, in the end you only have one winner, but there were a couple of hundred people competing at it. So for sure, you know, when you have that amount of people, you will get a couple of good people, and that's one of the reasons why I believe that the winner of today can make it pretty far.
But first, that winner has to be found in a series of challenges where the competitors have to prove what they can do. When it comes to drifting, for example, on a wet course and in front of the jury, it's all about nice circles. At least it should be. And squealing tires are fine too. Deliberately letting the back end swing out, it's a whole lot of fun, but not at all that easy. It's a lot more difficult than it looks. It's not at all easy to keep the car under control. From the wet asphalt, then straight onto the sandy dunes. Quad riding off-road. Now it's about getting the best lap time. Who's the fastest and nimblest? Beach games as a warm-up for the racetrack. Zandvoort's famous and notorious. It's right in the dunes, especially when the weather's like it is today and it's drying out. It's a thrilling circuit. A couple have already gone off the track, but so far everything's been okay. The Circuit Park Zandvoort, the legendary racetrack right on the North Sea, a stone's throw from the beach, formerly Formula One, now a DTM track. In action here today, the finalists in Dunlopdriverscup. An instructor gives tips on the ideal line and where to brake.
Heel anders dan op de spelcomputer.
It's really very different to the computer game. This here is real, absolutely fantastic and a total buzz.
Als baan kunnen doen, denk ik, ja.
Flooring it on a real racetrack. Who hasn't dreamt of doing that?
Normally I wouldn't drive that fast, so...
After the cool practical test comes the dry theory, the jury interview, a question session with pros like Jeroen Bleekemolen. The competitors are all thoroughly quizzed. What makes you a better racing driver than the rest? At the end of the day, one competitor impresses the jury best.
Hij heeft een naam en heet Martijn Theehoff.
Martin Theehoff seized the full throttle opportunity on the track, and in the dunes he was right at the front.
Ja, ik kan het niet vertellen.
I can't really put it into words, I'm simply just incredibly happy.
Blij mee, ja.
By winning the Dunlopdriverscup, the 19-year-old has now moved a small step closer to realizing his dream of a motorsport career. Next year, he'll be able to take his racing license test and has a day's trial coming up with a motorsport team. We'll naturally keep tabs on him here at Inside Racing. Inside Racing is brought to you by Dunlop.